Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I got something new to show you here in the Carolina Coin Hunter studio / man cave. The new Garrett Ace 400 with the 11-inch DD search coil, target ID, iron audio, adjustable frequency, pinpointing, headphones included. Gotta like that. Nice looking package. Includes 3 accessories in the box. First accessory you're gonna notice that's nice to have free is on this big 11-inch coil. They include a coil cover. You get to snap that on there yourself. Really nice set of headphones. Easy stow headphones, nice and light. But nice soft ear cuff, muffs or whatever you want to call them, ear cups. Got a little rubberized stuff right here on the headband. Inline volume control, which is nice. And a really nice, the embroidered environmental cover. Of course, you got your owner's manual, your registration for your warranty. Let's take a look at this machine. Alright, let's start off with some of the technical data. New to the Ace series is digital target ID. So now you have a 0 to 99, target ID scale. That's really going to help you, identify, your objects a little bit more accurately. Distinguish between your nickels and pull tabs, or things like that. Your bottle caps and your quarters. Target ID is definitely a welcome addition to the series. We've got the notch discrimination. You have 12 different segments that you're going to be able to notch in and out. We also have, of course, pinpointing. We're operating a little bit higher frequency than the older Ace 350. Now we're up to 10 kilohertz. That's going to definitely give you a broad range of sensitivity, especially on those lower conductors. You've got 3 different IDs for tone with like a modulated type audio. It says pulse width modulated audio. Pretty cool. You got the 11-inch coil. You've got an adjustable length from 42 to 51 inches, which is a really large range. I noticed this shaft has holes all the way up and down it, so you can really make this fit anybody. I'm 6 feet tall, and I still have 4 holes longer that I could go, and so you could be a really tall guy, or you could crank this thing down. You could be a boy or a woman that's a little bit shorter, and you'd still be able to comfortably operate this. You have 4 AA batteries included, so you're pretty much ready to roll, and you got 2-year warranty. And you see these new programs we have here: Zero Disc, Jewelry, Custom, Relics, and Coins. Let's turn it on and start checking this thing out. Indoors, full sensitivity, 0 disc, not getting a bit of chatter. Love it. We'll turn that down for testing purposes, but that's a really, really good sign. EMI, if you're hunting in parks, schools, around homes where there's electrical devices, that can really hinder the performance of quite a few machines that I've used, and you have to reduce sensitivity significantly to continue to hunt that area effectively. And this seems to be very resistant to EMI. Really good sign. Power right there, no problem. You got your mode button, you got your 0 disc, scroll through it. I guess it's a wraparound scroll. We got coins. You can see on the display that you've got your little segments here. The boxes indicate what is notched in, so it looks like you're notched in for US coins. Relics is including a lot more stuff, except for, it looks like, iron, basically. Custom, this is one you can set up and it retains the memory yourself, so you can make your own little program for what you want to find. If you want to do kind of a combination, I guess you can use this discrimination cursor right here. Say I want to add in a little bit more. Right here you have an accept reject button. You can add in a little more range, get whatever you want to detect in there, or and save that for your hunting. Oops, what am I doing here? Hitting sensitivity again. So we've accepted everything. We're rejecting that one. Accept, reject. So I've pretty much create my own custom program for my hunting. Let's go down here and see. I like to accept a lot of things. So you basically like created your own relic program. But if you're hunting a park, you know, and you just keep getting this one pull tab at a certain ID number, got a little pull tab on a disc here. 51. Bam. We just rejected that one segment just by hitting this button. I'm waving it. We're getting nothing now. And if you change your mind, scroll over, bang, it's right back in there. So that's a really nice feature. And you know, I like to use that stuff when I'm hunting with somebody newer. I want them to dig the good stuff and not get burnt out digging trash. So we also go through our modes again. We have zero disc, everything's on. You know, you're going to find every object. And let's test that out here. We got a nail. You're getting your iron grunting low tone. We got a $50. You're getting that. So that's everything in. If you're out, you know, in the woods looking for something, you want to hear the iron, you want to hear it all, trying to find that habitation, hit zero disc, start sweeping. You're going to know when something shows up. You're not going to be discriminating out anything. So you see the other things on the face. You got your sensitivity, you know, indication here. It can tell you what your level is at a glance. Got your battery indicator showing full charge. Then you also have your running depth indicator, which is going to show you, you know, a pretty good estimate of the depth of the object you're sweeping over. So this machine really offers quite a bit of stuff. All right, let's scroll through these modes so I can show you one of the features that I'm really most happy about seeing on this Ace 400 is this iron audio. See, the iron range goes up there a pretty good ways. I got this one nail here. It reads pretty high up, this brand new test nail. Let's go to a mode where we know it's disked out. So here's the coins mode. Let's wave the nail over. We got nothing. Let's hit the iron audio button. All of a sudden we can hear that discriminated iron. And that's really helpful in, you know, IDing targets to see if we're getting a clean signal. You can see with, like, a lot of times with the rusted bottle cap that it's going to sound a lot like a quarter. When you put the iron audio on it, you're going to hear that iron grunt on each side of that, and that's really going to help you distinguish from a good target from a bad target. You know, if you're in a place that's just totally infested with small bits of iron, you may want to go ahead and dig those because you're going to hear grunting on everything. But if you're out in a park, it's pretty clean ground, and you're getting that quarter signal, you're going to want to double check it with this iron audio, especially if you've already found some old bottle caps already. It's going to save you a lot of pain and time digging, and you're going to do a lot more digging good stuff. It's this really nice feature there, adding a lot of value to this detector. And you also have your frequency adjust. If you're around another detector, you're getting some kind of interference, hit your frequency adjust button. You got several frequencies to choose from. Frequency 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's subtle changes that are going to help you with, you know, interference from another detector or interference from, you know, some outside electromagnetic interference. If you're getting some jumpy signals or something, you might want to try that before you reduce your sensitivity. See if one of these stabilizes the machine. But it seems like so far not having any problems with that. Then of course you got your pinpoint. Now this is going to go up as you get centered over the target toward the middle of the coil right there, and then you're going to have your depth indication. It's going to be even more accurate in this mode than in the running depth. So this has all the essential features you need to get out and do some treasure hunting. Right guys, let's run this new Ace 400 over the test bed. I don't know if you've seen from my other videos, but some of the machines show the mineral readout. This is some hot ground. So let's try it out. I got maximum sensitivity, relics mode. There's really the best part of this machine, I think, is that it's just the simplicity of it. You can pick your mode and you can go right out and hunt. Not a lot of stuff to worry about. You've got all what you really need right here in front of you. So we're on the 6-inch nickel. Here I got the iron audio on. This test bed is just full of iron and the minerals are really high. I'll turn that off. And here's the 6-inch dime. No problem with that. 6-inch quarter. And this one's actually a lot of iron around here. So it's picking that out in the iron really, really well. So let's move over to the 7-inch nickel. Hear that iron around that? Picking that up, no problem. 7-inch dime. Really good. Nice ID too. This is probably the most difficult coin. Really surrounded by trash. The 7-inch quarter. Just eating it up. It's iron audio that. There's some iron right near it. So I want a test bed that's a little more accurate, like real world conditions. I don't sit there and clean it out for hours, trying to make it too clean. So now we're up to 8-inch coins. Here's an 8-inch nickel. Wow. Good ID for the most part there. Jumped up every once in a while. I know most of the machines I have will up average those nickels in this soil quite a bit higher. So here's an 8-inch dime. That's a deep coin, and it's getting it pretty much most of the time. Oh yeah, that's pretty impressive for me. And then we got a 8-inch quarter. Let's turn on the iron audio and listen to all the trash around these targets. You can hear that just iron in this ground just creeping through. So this thing is very impressive. The 8-inch dime, I figured would be, I was kind of figuring it maybe wouldn't hit that. 83, 87, 87. We're getting a really, really good ID on that. And then in this hot ground, I do have a 10-inch coin surrounded by, wow, it's trying to get it. Pardon the camera bouncing around a little bit. That is pretty impressive, but you hear the iron all around the 10-inch coin. There's not much that'll get that. I don't know if you saw one of my other videos. I had the F75 and boost process, and it was just reading that as iron. This ground's really rough. I don't know what. Whoa. Holy mackerel. 10-inch quarter. It's trying. I don't know if you'd stop with that in the field, but short sweep. That's the iron audio on. You can hear that. You're pushing the depth limits there with most any machine. Usually have to get a lot bigger coil out to find the deeper ones in this soil conditions right here. So I don't know what Garrett's done, you know, how they've set their ground rejection, but it's spot on. It's just tearing this stuff up. Amazing. And it notice the tones aren't overly long. I know some machines it's like the tones play out really long and you're not picking up the targets right adjacent to each other. So that's the 7-inch quarter again. So for that, for the price range the thing is in, the target separation is really good. I'm gonna lay some coins out here relatively close together. Wow. You can hear those things 1, 2, 3, and they're only like 3 inches apart. Let's set those coins like 2 inches apart. I mean, that's really, really tight. Wow. That's pretty amazing to me. You know, I do a lot of testing on these machines, and it's like a lot of the machines, I think, in this price range don't have quite as fast target separation. I mean, I haven't tested everything. I know there's some that are really quick, but this is definitely one of the faster ones. Really, actually impressive, you know, to me, to get that kind of depth and be able to separate targets that quickly to be able to recover. So yeah, no complaints in the test bed. I'd be totally comfortable hunting with this machine anywhere, seeing how how really fantastic it's doing in this soil. Wow. So pretty good depth test there, and recovery speed really good. You know, the separation from one target to another, and that's really also where that, you know, really nice DD coil comes in. And I love the way they've done their DD coils, kind of blunted them off. It's like you can get right up next to stuff with this and you know, pick out some targets. So that's 7-inch quarters just banging. This is a good machine. You know, I've always really you know, liked the A series a lot, because you're getting this, you know, really a high quality, very durable machine at a really good price. I mean, this is a real metal detector, you know. You're gonna find some stuff with this thing. And this soil, picking the targets out that fast, I'm impressed. I really can't wait to get out and you know, use this some more. This is definitely I go through a lot of detectors, but this is a keeper in my book. I've got a lot of buddies I could go out and hunt with, and without giving them a 2-hour lesson on how to operate a metal detector, I could hand them this thing, put them in whatever, you know, whatever mode we want to go in, set this custom mode up the way I want to for them. Or if we're at a, you know, real trashy park, I could just put them in this jewelry mode. They're going to lose, you know, a large abundance of the iron and the small foil that you find in parks, and find all kind of stuff. Or get way more specific and use this preset coin program and let them go out there and really have a good time, because they're going to dig a whole lot of good targets and not a lot of trash. You know, that can sometimes discourage somebody if they're brand new. If every signal they get's a piece of junk, they tend to give up, you know, rather quickly. And this gets, you know, gets somebody out there, gets them excited. They start finding money, they're going to have a good time. And you still got that nickel notched in there. You might get lucky and find a ring or something. That would be cool. But yeah, really just so many options with the frequency shifting. We're at wide open sensitivity in my backyard, which is a pretty high EMI area. I'm not hearing any chatter, so really impressed. Probably go way down with the sensitivity and see what happens. My GoPro clamp's a little heavy for this one. Yeah, that sensitivity gives you a really broad range. That's that deep dime. So we're getting, even at reduced sensitivity, it's hitting that 7-inch dime, no problem. But I'm not having any electromagnetic issues, which is crazy. There's like a transformer on the pole in front of me, by my house. This is a pretty rough area. Usually, like, I guess most of you guys probably know that around a lot of houses and stuff, you've got all this electrical stuff going on. Your EMI can be a real problem for a lot of machines, and this one's handling it great. And you also have that ability to shift the frequencies, which is really nice. If you got somebody else running the same thing, you've got 4 different channels you can switch through, and trying to alleviate some of that interference from another detector or from an outside electrical source. So this Ace 400 looks like a winner. And that VDI number is really, really, really nice. So just a couple trips out, you're going to recognize those numbers, and you're going to have a pretty good idea what you're digging. Seems like they really are fairly stable. Yeah, definitely. So 0 disc. It's reading that dime. Amazing. Quarter. Really good. So the ID on here is pretty solid. A lot of these little single frequency jobs are pretty jumpy, and I expect in this soil nickels to be a little higher, but that 7-inch dime, it's banging on that. You got the tone and a good number indication. That's a dig, and you're going to dig that every time. That quarter, 90, 87, 86, 90, that's really not a whole lot of variation. So I think that's really acceptable performance. You'd stop and dig that in a heartbeat. So that could be a deep silver right there in an old site. These coins, I think may have mentioned it, they've only been in the ground just a couple of weeks. So getting that detection that good is impressive, because if this thing has been in the ground it's 7 inches now, but it's been in the ground 20 years, it's going to pick up even better. So no complaints. I really like what they've done with this series, the updates, the cam locks, so much adjustability. I've never seen so many positions on a stem. From some manufacturers only give you like 2 or 3 at the bottom. This one you could ratchet way down for a youngster or a lady, someone that's shorter. I'm like 6 feet tall, and I've still got 4 slots to go longer. So I mean, this, you could really a broad range. Really impressive machine at the price they're getting it out at, and the preset ground balance is on it. So that's just nothing to worry about. This highly mineralized soil, you're going to go out somewhere milder than this and you're going to be tearing it up. So no worries for me. I can't wait to get out and hunt with it and see what I can find. Appreciate you guys watching. There'll be more with the Ace 400 and coming shortly, hopefully. The weather holds out. It's been nice. I think this weekend it's going to get cold and maybe snow a little bit, but I'm going to try and follow up on this as soon as I can. Again, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys watching, liking and commenting. I'm in this, you know, to show you, and we can learn together and have fun together. So thank you.